Hello, my fellow creators, and welcome to my YouTube channel. And welcome to day 2 of my Spellbinders June 2026 All Clubs Create series. Today, we're going to be playing with the small die of the month, which is this Mahalo Sea Turtle die set. Isn't that cute? And I am going to do a shaker card. I decided ahead of time what I was going to do. So I'm using these pattern papers that I had in my stash from Tonic, and I thought they would be great for cutting out my kind of ocean looking panel. So I did that, and I only used this die, the center one, not the outline one, because if I'd used the outline one, it would actually cut this completely out of the panel, and I didn't want that. I wanted just these pieces cut out. So that's what I did. I have my acetate piece here cut to size, ready to go. And this is just what I've used is some, what were they called? Overhead projector sheets. So back in the day in schools, instead of projecting on a screen from your computer, the teachers used to have to print their lesson or whatever they were going to project on a screen on an overhead projector sheet, put it on the machine, and that would project. So these were no longer being used at the school district I worked for before I retired, and they were going to be thrown out. So I thought, ooh, I could use these. So that's what I use, and I still have plenty. And then I cut another piece of that watercolor looking paper or alcohol ink, however you want to look at it. It's actually called, what is it called? Alcohol ink background paper pack. And I thought this would be good as the background. You know, the ocean has many different shades. And so I thought that would be my background, because doesn't that look like kind of like the movement of the ocean? So I used that. And then I did even cut out my little turtle out of some of the scraps of that paper I had. So you'll see the different shades of green here as well. So I have those pieces cut out and ready to go. And I thought I would make my little sentiment banner, the one that is in that die set that says Mahalo. And I cut it out of that same paper, but with a pink and the background as a kind of a purplish color. Then I pulled in from my stash a bunch of different sequins or beads, and I haven't decided which ones I'm going to use. So I have a few in here ready to go. But let's start putting our card together. So let's start by putting our little turtle together, and it's super easy to assemble. Just 4 pieces really. So here I will put the top layer on, and I am loving all the different clubs this month. I mean, who am I kidding? I love them every month. Speaking of which, I'm not sure I'm going to do this again next month. As I mentioned before, my husband is retiring soon, so we are kind of going to start, well, we've been practicing living on retirement budget of sorts, but I continue to purchase the clubs, and I don't know that I'm going to continue to do that next month. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. I will let you know closer to that time whether or not we're going to continue with that. But you know, I've gotta practice living on a retirement budget. Even though I am retired, I have a wonderful pension. I'm very fortunate that working for the school district did give me a really nice pension once I retired. But unfortunately, my husband works in construction, so there's not that benefit. It's really just Social Security we have to rely on for his income. Okay, so we'll see. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure what's going to happen. We kind of had to sit down and make our budget. We're going to do 1 month where we pretend that he doesn't have his income anymore, that he only has Social Security, and kind of see if we can still have some fun expenditures. I mean, we'll make it as far as our basic day-to-day expenditures, but I want to see if we'll have enough to do, you know, the travel we've planned on, plus fun crafty stuff or whatever he decides to do as a hobby as well. Darn, I forgot to add his eye before I put the layers together, because I was going to add it in between the layers here. I think I can still do it. Yeah, doing it here in between the layers, just so that it stays put pretty well. So I cut out of black cardstock that smaller circle. So really there's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces to this turtle. And then you can cut out like the middle of his eye. But I think instead of cutting out white cardstock, I'm just going to use my white gel pen here for kind of the highlight on his eye. I think that looks better. Then we can start to put together our shaker portion of the card. So for this, seeing that pretty, the back part of that, I am going to use some of this double-sided adhesive I had, because this is where I'm going to attach my acetate piece. And while liquid adhesive does work, it just takes longer to dry. And if you know anything about me, I am not patient about waiting for glue to dry. So this will be my solution to that. All right, let's make sure this is burnished there well. Sometimes I forget to grab all my tools, so forgive the reach. And then here, these overhead sheets always had this piece here, so teachers could run it through the copy machine or the printer. But I just take that off. It's easy to take off. And then I'll take these pieces off. The release paper here. Oopsies. Now I'm recording this video early Sunday morning, which is Father's Day here. So for those of you that celebrate Father's Day, happy Father's Day. I wish you all the best. Okay, so my acetate sheet's going here. And I trimmed it just slightly smaller than the panel here so that I don't have to be too precise about centering it. And that kind of works out better for me. And then I'll just burnish this, make sure it's on there. Now, I'm bringing in some of these colored foam tape I bought because I thought that would be better for this blue paper. I'm going to add this to my card base. Like I said, I'm recording early, so the words are going to be hard this morning. All right, so let's see. We will get this on my card there. So that's going to be the back part of my ocean. Let's see, this will go here. And I almost thought about trimming this down so I had a white border. I don't know, what do you think? I think I want it as the full panel. Yeah. Now let me bring in my shaker bits. So here I kind of thought, what if I use, so some of these are like, these are clear drops, but they like would look like water drops. So I'm thinking of putting some of these around the front, or maybe even in the back, because they're not such a high dimension that I couldn't do that. So maybe I will do that. I should have done this first before putting that acetate on there, but hindsight is 20/20. Okay. And then I also have these like aqua ones that I could put in there to kind of have some different color. And then I'll put the other ones that are the sequins that I can just have them shaking around. So these I'll glue down. Yeah, I think I like that. Okay, let me get these on there, and then we'll add the shaker portion, and then we'll finish up our card. You know what? To help me place those, I had trimmed out another piece of cardstock, but I'm going to put it here to kind of get a better idea for placement of these beads. I know I'm making it more complicated for myself than I have to, but you know, why not? Why not? Okay, so just kind of a general idea of where I want them. This will help because then I'll know where my open spots are, more or less, and I can get these placed where I want them. In fact, guess what? I'm going to move all the beads off and put some temporary tape on here. Now this glue will dry clear, so I'm not worried about the clear pearl beads being on that glue. It should be fine. And I'm sorry if my voice is a little low today, this morning, because again, it is first thing in the morning and there are still people asleep in the house. So let's take a peek if that's going to work out. Hopefully it does. Oh, look, that's perfect, don't you think? Okay, so now I can remove this. I'm going to keep that inside my packaging for that die. Then we can add some of these. Ah, that's perfect. Okay, let's finish up our card. So we will add our little sea turtle there and our sentiment. Now I got to figure out where I want them placed. I kind of like it like this. I think that's what I'm going to do. Now don't forget, friends, at the end of the series, there will be a giveaway of some crafty goodies. So stay tuned for that. Now I'm thinking of adding a few more of those. Oh, instead of the color beads, what if I add these hearts? Wouldn't those hearts be pretty? Let's see. I think. Yeah, I think I am going to add a few of these hearts. Maybe. Those are cute, right? I don't know when to stop, you guys. I might add some of these little gems. These I don't know where they're from. They were a gift from a crafty friend. Went ahead and grabbed my googly eyes. I just want to see. Let's see how that would look. Oopsie. Oh, guys, I love it. I love the googly eye. I'm going to do it. Alrighty, friends, so here is my completed card using the small die of the month. It's the Mahalo Sea Turtle. And oh my goodness, I made it a shaker with a googly eye. Oh, let me center his googly eye. He's off center. There we go. What do you think? Googly eye and all. Loving it. Alrighty, friends. I think I forgot to mention, but I will link to the goodies I'm using in the description box below. Thanks for sticking around to the end. I'd be thrilled if you subscribed to my YouTube channel or followed me on any of my other social media platforms. As always, have a beautiful, safe, and creative day. Thanks for watching. Bye.